everybody, and welcome back to our Larry's Labs YouTube channel. As you may know, the new version has been released, and we are going to list the most important features and changes. As not all the features and corrections will be discussed in the video, you're welcome to check the full list of changes in the release notes. Please note that you can turn on the subtitles for the video by clicking on the subtitles control in the YouTube panel of instruments. Check out our Facebook and LinkedIn pages to learn more about our life and business. The system has multiple internal parameters that control processing of concatenated messages. Previously, they could be configured only by the Larry's technical support team. In this version, the parameters have been moved to the system interface. The following parameters have been added to administration system settings. Shift concatenated submit time exponentially, 0 no, 1 yes. The parameter adds several seconds to the segment send time in the EDR. This is necessary for the uniqueness check based on the message ID and send time combination, which comes handy when a vendor returns identical message IDs for different segments. Delivery waiting period for stateful concatenated processing. Delivery waiting period for each message segment. Concatenated submit waiting period timeout. Timeout for receipt of all message segments from a client. Fast response for concatenated submits. Fast response mode to each message segment. Rejecting complete concatenated messages. When enabled, a message is rejected if all segments have not arrived within the period set in concatenated submit waiting period timeout. These are system-wide settings. Some of the parameters can also be set for a specific SMS channel to allow more advanced traffic processing. When a parameter stateful concatenated messages processing is enabled for a channel, the following additional parameters appear: concatenated submit waiting period timeout, fast response for concatenated submits, and rejecting complete concatenated messages. The SMS switch has been enhanced. Now it can authorize clients using the HTTP basic authorization header. Previously, authorization was based only on the user and password combination. Additionally, support of Oracle responses has been added. The SMS switch now supports the request and response format from this service. Also, the new network marker has been added that can be used in the MO push URL template field. The marker is replaced with the name of the network used in the routing. Support of the payment system Use Secure Trading has been added. Like other payment platforms, it is activated and configured in the Payment Systems tab of the Referent Books Contract Companies interface. The payment system can be used in transactions at the Larry's campaign portal. The system can now automatically limit the capacity of a carrier based on its account balance. For this purpose, the new system parameters have been added. Low balance account MPS modifier, the default value is 1, and low balance limit. When the limit is reached, the MPS, or messages per second, will be limited for the carrier. The MPS is calculated as the actual balance, low balance account MPS modifier. For example, if the low balance limit is 500, the actual balance is 450, and the low balance account MPS modifier is 100. The MPS is calculated as 500 divided by 100, which is actually 5 MPS. This logic will help prevent situations when a partner can send more traffic than its balance allows. Now the SMS switch writes translation rules applied to a message to the dedicated EDR field translation rule details. The data is presented in the JSON format. The field includes the following parameters. The field can be exported in the SMS EDR management EDR export interface. The data can also be used in report generation. The rule IDs either precede or follow the / symbol, depending on whether rules were applied before or after routing, respectively. Previously, filtering of custom parameters was available only in the table of the carrier's interface. Now it is available in all other tabs of the carrier's section. In the previous version, the new metric HLR response code was added that can be used in operation of the routing module. Starting from this version, the HLR response code can be exported in the SMS EDR management EDR expert interface as a separate field. The Administration System Settings interface contains the following parameters that set conditions to invoke a dispute: minimal % mismatch to invoke a dispute, minimum absolute mismatch to invoke a dispute, and unconditional invoice dispute threshold. Now these parameters can be set for a specific partner on the agreement level in carriers' agreements. If these fields are left empty, the values will be taken from system settings. Additionally, the null value can be set in the system settings, in which case no disputes will be invoked. Previously, if too many submit requests were received from a client and the client stopped receiving responses without interrupting connection, the SMS switch saved the responses to a dedicated buffer and attempted to resend the requests again. As a result, the switch operation interrupted due to buffer overload. Starting from this version, the SMS switch has been enhanced for more efficient handling of such situations. Now, if a response to a message cannot be received by a client, such response is saved to buffer and removed from it after 10 minutes. Additionally, if the buffer contains any messages, the system will attempt to resend them to the client every 10 seconds. The new system parameter Enable Extra Secure Mode 1 Enable 0 Disable has been added. It serves to enhance the security policy when resetting the user password in the following interfaces. First, main system interface when clicking the Forgot Password button. Second, Alaris campaign portal interface when clicking the Forgot Password button. And the third, REST API method used to reset the password. If the parameter is disabled and the system fails to find the user by its name or email, the following error message will appear: user with such email or name not found. If the parameter is enabled, the system will not return any message. In this way, a potential intruder that attempts to reset a password will not be able to check if a user exists in the system. Sorting of product lists is now case-insensitive in all interfaces that contain a list of products, for example, in carriers' products. The partner portal has migrated to the new API version of the authorized.net payment platform. Previously, it was done for the Alaris campaign portal only. Standard pagination tools have been added to reference books contract companies. Numerical values such as 0 or -1 in the parameter price values to be considered as blocked, administration, system settings, SMS rates were not supported. Such rates were either rejected as incorrect with the value -1 or were imported as is with the value 0. The issue has been fixed. For user convenience, a number of fields have been renamed in the reference books, tags and tags import interfaces. The tag field is renamed to tag name and dial codes to tag values, as it can also contain other values than dial codes. Possibility to create a user with all permissions disabled has been returned to the system. In the previous versions, creation of such users resulted in error. The rate field has been added to the output of the getEDR method. It contains the price of a specific SMS if it was charged within an SMS pack in the Alaris campaign portal. Well, these are all technical details that we plan to describe in this video. Hopefully it was useful to you. In case you have any questions regarding the new version and the features that were not described here, you are welcome to contact our support team. If you have any suggestions regarding the channel development, we will be happy to get them at the following email. Check out our Facebook and LinkedIn pages to learn more about our life and business. See you in the next video!